So today we are going to be hopefully planting the peppers and the eggplant. So I'm gonna show you guys around a little bit and what I'm thinking about how I think I'm going to do it this year. It's gonna be a little bit different, so I'm hoping for the best. But let me show you around. So here we have one of the big beds, right? I think this is 11 feet, and I'm gonna start it off here. This bed is pretty much completely planted with onions and garlic. This bed fully planted. All of those beds are fully planted. So I kind of want to start from here and go around. This already has a couple things growing. It has some cilantro, some culantro, beets from last year, onions, parsley from last year that came back, and it's looking absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I have some curled parsley over here. It's also looking really good. So I think I'm gonna plant the peppers and the eggplants starting off here, like I said. And what I really want to do is I want to plant similar things together. When I say similar, I mean like all bells in one, all types of canyons in another, because the way that the branches grow are like they're all different depending on the pepper, and I feel like if they're similar, they can kind of hold on to each other better. So I'm gonna start off with this tray, and I have some bell peppers in this tray, so that's what we're gonna do. Plus they're kind of struggling right now, at least like these in the back. As you can see, they're a lot smaller, and these were the first ones I transplanted. That sometimes happens, it is what it is. But I want to get them in the ground because I feel like the compost and all the nutrition that's in the soil is really going to help this flourish. So that's the plan. We're going to get these planted first, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to have to move the other trays, and that's eggplant over there. This is the plan. I'm going to start off with this row right here so it can be easier. I think you want the hole to be deeper than you think you're going to want it in the beginning. I'm going to do one plant per square. The plan is I'm going to dig holes, and I'm going to put bone meal, blood meal, and granular fertilizer in each hole, and then I'm just going to put in each pepper, and that's just how we're going to go around with everything. Okay, so then we're gonna get our fertilizers, and I don't measure, I just grab a handful and drop it until I feel like they're sufficiently covered. I just want them to have a good start. Here goes the bone meal. This one actually is closed. So a little bit, and then granular. Now you don't have to do all this. I think probably just having a granular fertilizer is enough because it brings everything, but it's just what I've done since I started, and I like the results, so I do it. But there's no need to use all of this. I just like them to get a good start because I don't plan on fertilizing them for a while. So starting off with this one, this is an Emerald Giant, so we're just gonna take it off like that. Just gonna mix this in, and then we're gonna drop it in, and then put the soil around it like that. So this around. Just gonna press it in, not too hard, just firmly, and that's our first pepper. So I'm just gonna put this here so I know what I planted, and we keep going. Sometimes if you find that the roots are a little tangled, these aren't, but just so you can rub it a little bit so it can get loose, and then put it in. I always like to try to get them right in the middle of the square, but sometimes that doesn't work for me, and it is what it is. I don't even know if this one's worth planting. But if I have a lot, so if this dies in a couple weeks, I'll just put another one in here. But let's give it a chance. Let's give this little guy a chance. Okay. And now we're just gonna do that for the rest of them. Okay guys, so we got some planting in. I'm just gonna walk around the garden so I can update you guys on how things are looking. Don't mind that glove. So over here we have some onions growing in the front and some cabbages growing in the back. They're looking amazing. They've established themselves and they're looking pretty good. You're supposed to only do one cabbage, but I have so many that I'm like, no, I need to find a place for these. So hoping for the best. Over here we have onions as well on the borders, cabbages, broccoli, and celery, and kale in various boxes. And then over here I have some cabbages, onions, and dill, and collards in the back that were recently planted. Okay, over here we got some peppers that I have yet to plant, some basil that got burnt from the sun, sage, and some celery. So, ew. Over here I got some onions, cabbages, kale, and beets. Now moving on, over here I have some cilantro seeds that I spread. Let's see if they can sprout. Some potatoes, daisies that I started from seed, and potatoes in the back. Over here I have a cabbage. This one's looking crazy though. I don't know what's going on. I think the wind was really strong today and it kind of knocked it over, but it should be fine hopefully. Over here I planted some cucumbers, so hopefully those can sprout, and I'm planning on trellising them. And then all of this is onions. So as you can see, we got a lot of onions this year. Now moving on over here, we got some onions growing in the front. They look a lot less developed because these were planted later than those that you guys just saw. I just have the peppers resting here for when I can plant them. Now over here I just planted some eggplants in the back, and over here I have onions growing in the front, and then I just planted a bunch of peppers right here. This is parsley from last year that grew back, and yeah, how it's looking. And then over here we have some more onions. These were the first ones planted, so I think they're the most developed so far. And some garlic. That's looking incredible. And some mint that grows here. I don't know which type, but okay. Now we can start all the way over here again. We got some onions planted in the front and some eggplants in the back. Over here, the 2 rows in the front are peppers, and in the back are eggplant. And the squares that don't have anything, I'm planning on putting tomatoes once I can get them outside. Over here, I have 2 rows of onions, and in the back, we have broccoli, one there, and then the squares that are empty, hopefully tomatoes. Now over here, it's the first row onions, back is broccoli and kale and cabbage, and some Swiss chard from last year. And over here, I just planted some eggplant. Those are chives from 2 years ago that came back. And then same thing here, eggplant, onion. Same thing here, some onions over here, eggplant in the back, onions in the front, some cilantro from 3 years ago that keeps coming back, eggplants in the back, onions in the front, and then in the back we have a mixture of broccoli, kale, and some Swiss chard that came back as well. So that's what's going on. I still have a lot to plan, as you guys saw, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make everything fit. I'm a little nervous, but God willing, we'll make it work.